Have you ever thought of getting involved in some sort of activism? Perhaps you have. Perhaps you've already been part of the anti-apartheid movement or the human rights or the Me Too movement. As a vegan, you are part of an active movement, whether you like it or not. It makes you an activist. But here's my definition of the different types. Hi, Fee here, the Healthy Vegan author, helping people to go vegan through my books and encouraging you to stay vegan. The word activism, as defined by the Cambridge English Dictionary, says it is the use of direct and noticeable action to achieve results, usually a political or social one. So where does that put you as a vegan? Even if you decide never to go out onto the street with banners, the mere fact that you have taken the direct action of not using animals for food, clothing or entertainment or any other purpose makes you an activist. Just by telling those around you the reasons why you're vegan sends a clear message and is a noticeable action. But what if you want to do more? I put vegan activists into two categories: the gentle activist and the undercover activist. So what do they do? The gentle activist, which is the way I tend to go, uses some form of education. One of the most popular is having a voice on social media like I'm doing today and getting the message out there to the wider audience. There are ways of educating people on the street, and one of the best for that is the Anonymous for the Voiceless with the Cube of Truth. Now, I class this as gentle because there is only conversation with people who approach and begin watching the video footage shown around the cube. Another way is with stalls at fairs or markets, and so again, conversation is only with those who approach the stall. And like the cube, there will be a conversation starter, perhaps in the form of posters or models. I remember when SAFE, an organisation, Save Animals from Exploitation, that I've been part of for many years, campaigned to get pigs out of the sow crates. We had a scale model of a pig in a crate, and it was always a great conversation starter, as most people actually had no idea that's how the pigs lived. SAFE was successful with that campaign, and a ban was placed on all sow crates. We currently are trying to get the pigs now out of the farrowing crates. This is a really good example of gentle activism and how, if done the right way, it can shift people's perceptions. Knowledge is very powerful, and once you know something, you can't unknow it. Visual things like videos or models do work extremely well, but it must be combined with gentleness and non-judgment. Other types of gentle activism are those directly with the animal. So vigils outside slaughterhouses to bear witness to the animals as the trucks go in. Giving water to animals in trucks who are on their way to slaughterhouses. But you can also be part of any march that is happening in your area, or simply just handing out flyers. Now, undercover activism is different. This is a bit more extreme. And these are those brave souls who go onto farms in order to film the animal abuse. We have a group here in New Zealand called Farm Watch, and this is something that they do. I know that there are other groups around the world who do similar things. The point is, they are vegans who are wanting to get the message out there about what really goes on behind the walls and the windowless barns. I personally am not cut out for that type of activism. It's bad enough watching the videos in the cube, but actually seeing the distress and the look in the animal's eyes is just too unbearable for me. I have looked into a pig's eyes, and the look of fear and pleading stays with me forever. But there is an absolute need for the undercover activist. Activism is getting your voice heard for those animals who live in atrocious conditions and who go unheard. If you want more information about how to become an activist, I'll leave a link below to Earthling Ed's video on the subject. He goes through the different types and tells you how you can join. Are you an activist? Do you want to be? Let me know in the comments. And now it's time for the wee bonus fact. What if you're shy, but you still want to be part of the vegan movement? So here's what I suggest. First, what skills do you have? Are you a good cook or baker? Are you good with numbers? Do you have any design skills? You're good at building websites? Any of these sorts of skills can be used when you volunteer for an organisation. And there's lots of organisations out there, and there will be some in your area. For example, those on stalls love to be able to offer vegan foods. Well, whip up a batch of vegan cookies and drop them off at the stall. You actually don't have to stay, but you've certainly done a lot to forward the movement. You can go online giving advice and tips rather than face-to-face. There are many people who are active that way. Lastly, do you tend to avoid discussing why you're vegan when you're asked? Now, this is something that you can practice at. Have some key facts at the ready and just answer honestly and simply. The more you do it, the more confident you will get. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you got something from this video, please share, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe, clicking the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Remember, have great food, make it whole plant-based, and be compassionate to all animals, including humans. Bye for now.